We're going to make some dishes today that use the minimum amount of oven time and the minimum amount of prep time. The one dish we're going to be making is Moroccan couscous salad, which is couscous flavored with Moroccan flavorings, garbanzo beans, raisins or craisins. Along with that, because we have room in the oven, we made a little pancake of Parmesan cheese, and then we made roll-ups. We will be making roll-ups. This is with the Immaculate Baking Crescent rolls. You just fold them out and roll something in it. You can do all kinds of ones. So that's what we're going to do today. Hello, here's Cooking with Miller. Today we're going to make roll-ups and couscous, Moroccan couscous. We'll do the roll-ups first and then you can see them when we're done. So this is the Immaculate Baking Crescent rolls. And when I first started using them, I was just using them as crescents, and then I realized I could roll things up in them. So we take our crescents out of the package. And this is quite simple. We unroll our crescents and arrange them on our sheet. This is a fun thing for kids because they can actually do most of the work. I remember as a kid doing it with my mom. So we have 8 crescents, and I cut a few up a little bit. I'm gonna roll them with 3 different things. 1,000 Hills 100% grass-fed hot dogs, and ham and cheese. So it's a simple process. We'll do the ham first. So we'll cut these into strips about quarter inch to a half-inch strips. Simply put it on your crescent and roll it up. Now we'll do some with cheese. This is the Robin cheese. It's a nice, mild Colby. Very tasty. Again, about quarter-inch pieces. Lastly, we'll do some hot dog. Now these are the grass-fed hot dogs. I'm going to cut them in half and roll them into here. You can combine your ingredients any way you want. So out of one package of crescents we get 6, 7, 8 roll-ups. Then we get a little olive oil and sprinkle it on the top. That'll give it some color. And lastly is some Parmesan cheese. I like it to have a little bit of the cheesy flavor on the very top. And the olive oil helps stick this to it. So be liberal with your grated Parmesan cheese. This is a Satori Parmesan cheese. You notice we have a little space here. We can make a Parmesan cake. That means we just pile up some Parmesan cheese. We'll see how that comes out. Put your oven on a little bit higher than 350, maybe 400 for 20 minutes, and put these in. That is the roll-ups. You'll see them in a little while. Now for the Moroccan Couscous. First of all, we have our couscous. This was 4 cups of couscous that I got from here at the store. It's a whole wheat product. Couscous is a traditional grain from North Africa. That's wheat made into a macaroni and then dried in the sun. You rehydrate it with hot water. I used 4 cups of couscous and put in 4 and 5 cups of hot water, and that's what this makes. I let this soak overnight. You could have it earlier than that. I just like working with when it's really cold. You'll see how it comes out kind of granular. And then as you get down further into it, it's going to be kind of stuck together. And we'll spend a little time teasing that stuff apart. This you could have many different ingredients to. It's basically a salad. The dressing we're going to be using is what I call a Moroccan dressing, but it comes from a lot of different places. It's olive oil, lemon juice. The spices are coriander, curry, cumin, and salt. We got that the couscous now nicely broken up. There's a lot of different things you can use couscous for. Making a tagine is treating couscous kind of like a rice and put it in a tagine with spices and whatever else you want, and that makes a nice Moroccan dish, Moroccan dinner. Okay, there's our couscous. Now we're going to use 2 cans of garbanzo beans from Field Day, 2 red peppers. Again, you can use a lot of different things. 1 or 2 red onions, a bunch of parsley, and we have garlic for our sauce. In our sauce, we have 3/4 of a cup of apple cider vinegar. You could use lemon juice if you wanted to. And we're going to put a 1 1/4 cups of olive oil. So that's 2 cups of liquid. Two or 3 cloves of garlic. That really depends on how much you like. Our garlic at the co-op here is really nice. There we go. Now let's cut up our vegetables. There's another ingredient I forgot to bring in, and that is, you could do raisins or craisins. I usually do craisins. You could do dried apricots, would be really nice. I've done that before. You want to cut your red peppers up into small pieces. I think we're going to be using 1 red onion. That you want to core and chop into little chunks. I like the crunch of the red onion. You could use any sweet onion. Even scallions will work really nice. Let's put some parsley in. This is a bunch of parsley, but we'll probably only be using a little bit of it. We'll give it a stir. We're going to put in some garbanzo beans. I'm draining the garbanzo beans. So there's 2 cans of garbanzo beans. Now we need to have some craisins, which I believe are down here. There we go. We have natural craisins at the co-op. It adds a lot of nice color to this dish. This is a dish where you can put in as little or as much, but see how that craisins just kind of give it a nice color. The dressing. We have the 1 1/4 cups olive oil, 4 cloves of garlic, 3/4 of a cup of apple cider vinegar. We're going to put in about a teaspoonful of salt, two teaspoons of curry, two teaspoons of cumin, and 1 teaspoon of coriander. Then we have it in our mixer, and we're gonna whiz it up. Okay, it looks like it's, you can see it, it's a nice yellow sauce, fairly thick. Of course, this blender does blend at high speeds. Now we'll pour our sauce in here. Let's get it all out. This is the basic proportions of a vinaigrette. A vinaigrette is 3 parts oil, 2 parts vinegar. Now we just stir it up. Curry powder, as it oxidizes, gets more yellow. So by the time you see it out in our deli case, it's more yellow, and you'll see that happen over the next few minutes. It may need a little bit more curry powder, which you can put in. It may need a little bit more salt, so we're going to take a taste in a second here and see what it's like. Where's our spoons? Maybe a little bit more salt. I just love those craisins in here. This makes a nice, well-rounded meal. There we go. We have made more than 2 dishes here. We have the Moroccan Couscous and a roll-up with our immaculate baking Crescent rolls. We also made a little pancake of Parmesan cheese. We made 3 different varieties of roll-ups, one with ham, one with hot dog, one with cheese, and you can make all kinds of them. I've made them with olive tapenade, and you remember the recipe before. We've also made them with a hummus and vegetables. Zucchini would be a really nice vegetable to put in there. If you like cheese, put some cheese in it. I always like sprinkling a little Parmesan cheese on the top. Don't forget to make yourself some Parmesan pancakes. That's so simple, and it can be baking with your thing. So it's a nice summer dish that your kids can help you with. The Moroccan Couscous could definitely have nuts in it, like toasted pine nuts or toasted walnuts, or almonds, toasted almonds. So some little ideas for a big dinner. Thanks.